Good evening. This is the video newsletter for Buy Sell Short for Wednesday, June 29th. As they say, from the precipice to the peak, and that pretty much sums up this market over the last couple of days. The end of the world a couple of days ago when we were down at 11,900, and here we find ourselves almost 400 points higher, and everything's hunky-dory again. The Greece crisis, as to be expected, resolved, at least for now. They came to their deal, whatever. Till the next time someone, says, hey, let's go after the banks again. And S&P and Moody's and the other clown Fitch comes out and does a downgrade. You know how the song and dance goes with that. But nice little move. Also, we've got quarter end tomorrow, which is another reason why we've had such a nice rally in the markets, especially in large cap stocks over the last couple of days. And since yesterday, we've seen it spread into the small cap stocks. And essentially what you have is funds going out there, painting up their holdings so that their performance and their positions look better than they actually are, so they can go to the average investor and essentially lie to them and say, look how good we were in the last quarter. Same thing every quarter. Going to be really, really crazy at the close tomorrow. Some years, the June quarter end is very exciting and you see a lot of action. Some years, it's dead as a doornail. Given that we had some nice action there on Friday on the Russell rebalance, we could be in store for some fireworks again tomorrow. But as for the charts, Dow daily chart, you can see we have recovered all the way up and actually got through the downtrend line from the May highs. Pretty significant. I'll get really bullish on this market if we're able to get back above that 50-day moving average. Things look pretty good here, but this has been a frustrating market, and we're still awaiting those idiots in Washington to come up with a debt deal. We also have earnings reports starting to kick off in the next week or so, and everything, I've said it a lot of times over the last several weeks, this market is exactly like it was this time last year. I mean, we fell for the same reasons, the Greece crisis, etc., etc. All those issues got, quotation marks, resolved towards the end of June and into early July, and then we had a fat July through August rally. And, things are shaping up for the same thing to happen again. Chart plays are working like they're supposed to be. Traders, including ourselves, are starting to feel a little bit more comfortable swinging a few more plays and letting them run a little bit more. And we're starting to see those plays respond accordingly. So we're seeing some nice little signs in the market right now. SMH has been coiling over the last couple of days, trying to get above that 20-day exponential. Downtrend line is up there. 33.75 is where we need the SMH to break out to. Russell is up sharply over the last 2 weeks. We're up almost, 50 points, about 8% bounce. Haven't seen it in a lot of plays. It's more of the larger, higher priced small cap plays. And the candle today on the Russell, not the nicest we'd like to see. But, we're starting to see these Russell plays pick up. And, do I even need to show you this next chart? Dollar chart. Woo! Market up almost 400 points. What's that tell you about the dollar? Dollar obviously down. Simple rule. You can almost just watch the dollar and how it reacts just to time what the overall market is going to do. As for some stock plays, USAT, this is a play. The Fed came out today and banks got hammered last year sometime on the Fed saying they were going to cap the debit card fees, the transaction processing fees that banks get, averages 44 cents. They said they were going to get 12. Well, the Fed came out today and said they're going to pay them 21 cents. And we had stocks like Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and a lot of the banks just explode higher. This should be very good news for USAT. I think traders are asleep at the wheel on this one. A break through 230 tomorrow, and we could see a nice little run up to that 50-day and up to that 250 area. So decent risk reward on this one. 220, 10 to 15 cents upside going into tomorrow on this one. MOVE, this was our play on the Away IPO, which went off huge. Ridiculous market cap for it, in my opinion. Ended up going up 50% above the IPO price. $3 billion market cap. Here we've got Move with a 300 and change market cap. But, from our trade in the 190s up to 230, nice play, guys. If you're patient enough to hold this one, very nice gain over the last week and a half. IKAN. This is the kind of stock that can, when we get window dressing tomorrow, get a very nice upside move. These guys are about to get a positive MACD cross. Stochastics coming up and out of the 20 level. And, this is a stock that could easily get a 10, 15 cent spike. We added it today, $1.23. Minimal downside, in my opinion. Very nice upside in the near term. Another stock, same story, RAM. Now, this one was very, very active on Russell Friday, which means I think it's going to be active again tomorrow. And look at the chart. RSI, same as it was back in late May before it went from 145 to 172. Positive MACD cross. Stochastics had also based out under the 20 level for 3 weeks, just like it has right now. So this one could be a nice little bouncer play up to that 20-day exponential 140. Would look to add this one, 123 and under, 115 stops. Looks very nice as a play over the next couple of days. And even the chart, these chart bottom plays are bouncing nicely over the last couple of sessions. Sirius, very nice close on this one today. We got a move above 210 right at the bell. Definitely one. It's up large over the last quarter. That could see some very nice window dressing going into tomorrow's session. Upside 220 and then possibly a test of that 240 level, especially if we get volume coming in on this one. Positive MACD cross and continuation on this one today. Stochastics still on a nice uptrend, and you can see unbounced volume has finally started to turn higher. So this one looking very, very nice. If you jump in on this one, stops, you can place your stops. If you're really conservative, 204 the 20-day, otherwise the 8-day at 201. COOL, very nice bounce on this one over the last 2 days. Reason being, Zenenga is supposedly going to file for their IPO tomorrow. GLUU up massively, almost touching its highs of last month. Here we have COOL 40% below its highs. It's a frustrating stock, I know, but we had a nice pickup on this one in the chat room yesterday in the 260s. Traded as high as our target. We were looking for 312, 20-day exponential. Hit it on the nose. Would be looking for continuation on this one tomorrow. And possibly the same sort of action we saw on it back in late May is what I'd be looking for on this one again. CYTK, like the setup here. RSI about to break 50. 125 breakout gives us the 50-day moving average at 134. Biotech stocks have been hot. This one got hammered over the last 3 weeks. Looks ready for a nice little rebound over the near term. Stops, 8-day moving average, 119. Quick mention on ALN, Rule of 2 play. Worked perfect, even though it was a big one. We actually jumped on this one in the chat room in the 160s, 170 area today, looking for a 250 target over the next few days. It hit 3 within a matter of 2 or 3 hours. Crazy, crazy action. Traders are only interested in buying stocks. If a stock's up 20, 30%, 9 times out of 10 lately, if you jump into it, you'll pick up 10, 20, 25%. Crazy as that is. This is also a low flow play. And like I said in the chat room, if ORS, that is about as big a turd of a stock, low floater that there is, can run from $1 to $7, ALN, with the news it had today, can do the same. High risk. If you're even playing this one, very, very small. If you're not in it yet, I probably would just sit to the sidelines and see how it acts. But a green day tomorrow, and we could see this stock put in one of those multi-day, multi-100% moves. So even if you're not trading it, definitely worth keeping an eye on it for that very reason that it seems like stocks that go up big, it pays to continue to chase them. Last but not least, we've got WEBM. These social stocks are starting to go with the Zenenga rumors out here. And, you know, this has a nice chart, nice bottomed out chart, held its 200-day moving average very well, got up through that 131 resistance level today. But these guys got added to the Russell Micro Index, and if you look at the volume, very, very little volume since it was added to the index on Friday. Quarter end is tomorrow. Definitely a candidate for a possible big spike. Stops on this one, you know, you got 125. If you've got a little bit of cojones here, you can probably let it ride to the 121 area. But I think this one has a lot of upside potential over the next couple of days. RSI breaking 50. Stochastic still on a nice uptrend. And again, Russell volume has yet to come in here. So this one could see a very nice near-term move. So that's it for the video. Any questions, feel free to send me an email. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.